Good evening, hockey fans. Tonight from the RMU Island Sports Complex on Neville Island, we have our 3A Varsity 2022-23 PIHL 3A All-Star Game. And now, with that, we will turn it over to our PA announcer for team introductions.
Good evening and welcome to the RMU Island Sports Center for the 2023 PIHL Class AAA All-Star Game. All right, fans, let's get ready to meet your All-Stars. We'll start with Team Blue. Senior defenseman, North Allegheny, number 4, Trey Yellow. Senior forward from Bethel Park, number 8, Colin Neville. Senior forward from Bethel Park, number 9, Aaron All. Senior forward from Mount Lebanon, number 17, Matt Gates. Junior forward from Peters Township, number 18, Ben Kovac. Senior defenseman from Peters Township, number 19, Kobe Ringwald. Senior defenseman from Bethel Park, number 21, Luke Henderson. Senior forward from Seneca Valley, number 23, Alec Malecki. Senior defenseman from Central Catholic, number 26, Rocco Salvetti. Senior forward from Baldwin, number 27, Levi McCray. USC, number 32, Aaron Staworski. Senior goaltender from Baldwin, number 37, Alex Goldash. Senior forward from Cannon Mac, number 38, Zachary Wilcox. Junior goaltender from Cathedral Prep, number 47, Tanner Ball. Senior forward from Pine Richland, number 48, Sean Peacock. Senior defenseman from Cannon Mac, number 48, Adam Cirilli. Senior goaltender from North Allegheny, number 50, Rylan Murphy. Junior defenseman from Pine Richland, number 53, Zach Howard. Junior forward from North Allegheny, number 55, Evan Perrott. Senior forward from North Allegheny, number 76, Matt Irvin. Senior forward from USC, number 84, Zach Hardy. Senior forward from Cannon Mac, number 86, Dominic Trapana. Senior forward from Peters Township, number 98, Austin Bowie. Head coach, Andrew Seiss. Assistant coaches, Mark Spickman and David Stock. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Blue. Senior goaltender from Central Catholic, number 1, Jacob Gold. Senior defenseman from USC, number 1, Greg Timmons. Senior defenseman from Central Catholic, number 8, Beckham Olger. Sophomore forward from Central Catholic, number 12, Noah Ritz. Senior forward, Baldwin, number 13, Tanner Blunta. Senior forward, Seneca Valley, number 14, Jackson Reed. Senior forward, Rebecca Clark, number 14, Christian Strang. Junior forward, Seneca Valley, number 17, Jonathan Leishman. Senior defenseman from Seneca Valley, number 19, Jack Smeltzer. Senior forward from North Allegheny, number 21, Luke Evans. Senior forward, Peters Township, number 21, Ryder Burton. Senior defenseman from the Cathedral Prep, number 21, Brayden Spitman. Senior forward, Central Catholic, number 22, Sam Gaffney. Sophomore forward, Cathedral Prep, number 26, Ethan Cunningham. Senior defenseman from Baldwin, number 28, Matt O'Leary. Sophomore forward from Peters Township, number 28, Will Tonko. Senior goaltender from Peters Township, number 29, Nolan Hilbert. Senior defenseman from North Allegheny, number 38, Evan Bernhardt. Senior forward from Central Catholic, number 39, Dante Scalise. Senior goaltender from Mount Lebanon, in his third All-Star game in 4 years, number 50, Austin Martin. Senior forward from Pine Richland, number 55, Josh Bowler. Junior goaltender from Seneca Valley, number 70, Jonathan Nichols. Sophomore forward from Seneca Valley, number 77, Tyler Garvin. Senior forward from USC, number 77, Colin Ruffner. Head coach, Bill Connolly. Assistant coaches, Justin Glock and Anthony Ranko. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Gold.
Okay. You'll try to get him. I'll go.
And Todd Hendry. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 PIHL Class AAA All-Star.
We got a couple minutes because they got to.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll start, and when he's ready to chime in, just have him chime in. Okay.
In remembrance of John Yuka, our commissioner who passed away on January 5th. A logo of John's initials is designed by Adam Gaulis, can be found in our program as well as on the sleeves of the All-Star t-shirts given to each player. John was passionate about youth hockey, and you'll be missed by the hockey community. Fans, please rise and bow your heads in a moment of silence to honor John. Thank you. Please remain standing and direct your attention towards the flags for the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the long bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of
All right, fans and friends, we're going to have some hockey tonight. The last game of the day, Class 3A or AAA All-Star game here at the RMU Ice Complex on Neville Island. Chris Beddick here. Teams will now, after the introductions and the playing of the anthems, will begin about a 4-minute and 40-second warm-up, and then we will have puck drop, and we will have our final All-Star game. As the lights come up, let there be light. A little bright in here once the lights go up. So the blue team is the team in the white jerseys. I'll refer to that a lot as we go along. They're on the home bench across the way. They are coached tonight by North Allegheny head coach Andrew Seiss. He's assisted over there tonight, looks like by Cathedral Prep assistant coach Mark Sprickman. The gold division on the away bench, the dark jerseys, their head coach is going to be Anthony Rocco, Seneca Valley head coach. Looks like he will be assisted tonight by Central Catholic coach Bill Connolly. So the warm-ups are commencing for the players to get loose, get stretched out. Today has been all about celebrating our All-Stars. The All-Stars for high school hockey in the PIHL. This will be the 5th game of the day. We just had a couple exciting games, the 8-6 game on the AA, and now it's a AAA turn, and I am joined by Matt. Matt, are you there?
Hello, sir. Yes, ready for the AAA All-Star game, man. A lot of teams, so all the teams that I call normally, and a ton of the players that I'm used to seeing. 19 of the top 20 scorers in the league and 6 of the top goalies. And like you said, the All-Star Sunday has been pretty spectacular when you talk about competitive games here this afternoon, now into the evening.
Good stuff. Yes, today's been all about celebrating our All-Stars who play in the PIHL hockey all over southwestern Pennsylvania. And now it's the AAA All-Stars, and you know these players and these teams and these coaches all too well, Matt. So I would expect it to be more of the same. We've seen some fast-paced, a lot of offense, a lot of scoring chances. The goalies have really been, literally, we are on an island here at Neville Island. They've really been out on an island. and they've had their work cut out for them. All of them have been up to the task. Even though there have been a lot of goals in these games, the goalies have played really well, I believe.
I think goaltenders usually take this as an opportunity to show off, as I talked about briefly during the AA game that we just called together. There's not a lot of expectations, so as we see Tanner Ball of Cathedral Prep warming up, well, why not go out there and try to do something crazy that'll get you on a highlight clip or on social media somewhere, or get you noticed by someone who's here scouting. You never know, right? It's always an opportunity. So for me as a goaltender, it's really a no-lose situation. Something else pretty interesting, and there's Jacob Dold, four-year starter for Central Catholic. The Vikings having a resurgent season. The losing team in every game this All-Star Sunday has scored exactly 6 goals, and that counts the 6-6 tie, of course, in the second A game. So every team's gotten to 6 at least, but we haven't seen a team score more than 8. So every game has been following a similar script when you talk about the pucks going in the net. We haven't seen anything absolutely crazy in terms of offense, but yeah, higher scoring than what we're used to seeing in your typical PIHL game. And there's Nolan Hilbert going in net for Peters Township, last year's state championship winning goaltender. Of course, Penguins Cup winning goaltender as well for Peters Township. And, well, Chris, this year the story in Class AAA, Central Catholic at the top of the standings here at the All-Star break, but they have played more games than everybody else. You have Peters Township, Seneca Valley, and North Allegheny, the 3 traditional powers in 2 through 4, and then Cathedral Prep in 5, led by their unbelievable defenseman and Braden Sprickman. He's wearing number 74 in the orange today, and he actually leads the class in both goals with 23 and tied for the lead in points with 34. He has been dynamite for Cathedral Prep, which is in a good position to make the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years.
Several of the players who have made this All-Star team, and they've all earned it, folks. They've been voted in by coaches in their division. We assume they're not playing tonight because they are away travel commitments with their travel teams. Jonathan Leishman, a forward from Seneca Valley. Colin Ruffner, forward from Upper St. Clair. Jonathan Nichols, Seneca Valley goaltender. Aaron Staworski, forward, Upper St. Clair. And Zach Hardy, also forward from Upper St. Clair. Those are all stars that are scratched tonight. They will not be participating in this game.
Well, Chris, it's a real shame we're not going to see the combo of Staworski, Hardy, and Ruffner. They have been incredible. I called a game against Cannon Mac for Upper St. Clair back in December, in which the 3 of them combined to create all 5 of the goals for the Panthers. So it was some kind of performance, and they've been doing that all year long, and they have the Panthers in the playoff mix as well, comfortably in 7th place. 2 teams tied for the 8th and final spot, Baldwin and Bethel Park. And they have Mount Lebo and Cannon Mac just 3 and 4 points behind, respectively. So no one's out of it yet in AAA with, like I mentioned, 8 of the 11, making it to the postseason. We've got, about a quarter of the season to go, like we do in all the other classes, as we see the 2 teams huddling around their nets. So we'll get set for the start of this game. We'll play 3 15-minute periods. And as we found out earlier in the day, no ice cut between the periods. So these games are going to fly by, but it should be high-quality entertainment on Neville Island at Clearview Arena.
Action-packed games, and will be interesting to see if there's any chemistry from teammates. In our last game, in particular in the AA game, we saw an offensive show pretty much put on by Armstrong and their players that were teamed together, and then Greater Latrobe also. Their names were all over the score sheets also. A lot of chemistry there between teammates. So we'll see if anything like that develops in this game as we get going.
And there you see the rainbow of color on the far side of the ice, particularly on the away bench where the dark jerseys are all being worn by Team Gold. And again, we'll reiterate, Team Gold is wearing the dark jerseys, which range from black to dark blue to orange to green. We've got it all there, including, well, I'll say facetiously, my favorite jerseys, the Seneca Valley Raiders with the dark blue numbers on the black uniforms. They're definitely not going to change that on my accord, but play-by-play nightmare whenever I see
Absolutely.
them. Anyway, just one to worry about on the ice, or 2. There's Jackson Reed touching it as we get going here with Team Blue with a quick wrist shot. And that was Matt Gates putting it on net for Mount Lebo and the Blue Devils. Mount Lebo still fighting to get into the playoff mix. Now Reed, the towering center, ladles it along, looking for Ryder Mertens, the captain of Peters Township, and Will Tomko, last year's AAA goal scoring leader, pressuring here on the forecheck. Also in the bright red of PT. And there is Braden Sprickman, 23 goals on the year on defense. Gives it on back and now forced along to this near side where it'll be taken on by Trey Gallo, another high-powered defenseman. 15 assists on the year for North Allegheny. Bounce into the attacking zone for Team Gold, coached by Catholic Central alum and current head man Bill Connolly. Back to the line. Gunned around the wood by Evan Barnhart. Reed to the middle, shooting, and didn't get it through. He tried to get that on goal against North Allegheny netminder Rylan Murphy, who was not challenged there. Team Blue can't make anything happen. Here's Tomko backhanding one to the center of the ice. Picked up in flight by Gaffney of Team Gold. Sam Gaffney, 13 goals on the season. Burrows into the corner, takes a look, tried to feed it out to the point. Picked off by Peters Township's Austin Malley. He hooks up with his teammate Ben Kovac, but he's poke-checked before he can get in over the blue line. On the move back, Luke Evans' a shot, testing his teammates, and Murphy is equal to the task. Rylan Murphy at .903 save percentage on the year and a 2.61 goals against. North Allegheny again, one of the powers in Class AAA, one of the real Penguins Cup contenders, you would imagine. Rifled in by Barnhart of North Allegheny. Scarilli tries to clear. He's the Ken and Mack D-man. Now Levi McCray of Baldwin. Spun one toward the front of the cage. Ends up behind the goal. Zach Howard. Picking it up there. And guiding it back into the attacking zone down to our left. No score yet. Early going. We'll play 15-minute periods today as Gaffney pulls this one in. Gaffney down the left wing. Checked there by McCray. Gaffney finds some room, though. Ripped it across ice. Bouncing away from the reach of Smelser of Seneca Valley. And now Greg Timmons of Upper St. Clair. Gave it away to Kobe Ringwald of Peters Township. Right back to Greg Timmons, who wears number 1. You don't often see that from non-goaltenders. That one threw me for a loop the first time I saw the Panthers this year. Ducking around to check Josh Fulmer, the captain of Pine Richland, and the Rams. Centering shot and a chance there, but Murphy stands tall to make the save. That was Smelser in front. Or pardon me, Garvin, I should say. 77 in black and blue. Told you those numbers give me some trouble. As now here comes Team Blue with an opportunity right on goal, and Irvin puts it into the open net. Matt Irvin won't have an easier goal all year. He's got 8 on the season for the Tigers, and he cashes one in here with 11:53 to go in the first period for Team Blue.
Austin Martin in goal for the team down to our left in the dark jerseys. They're Team Gold. Austin Martin comes into this game from Mount Lebanon having a 2.60 goals against and a save percentage of .916. He's having a really good year, really strong year. Nothing he could do on that goal. Standing all alone in front. Irvin was able to put it behind him. No chance on that goal. 1-0 now is the team in white, Team Blue.
Alec Malichki was the player who made that great pass. I was trying to ID him in the Seneca Valley white and baby blue, looking a little bit like the Penguins of the mid-1970s, early 1970s. Reaching out to pull this one in, Scalise. Wanted to go to the doorstep for Fulmer. Doesn't connect. Fulmer on it again in the corner. So Irvin polishes it off behind Martin, who didn't have much of a chance, as Chris just told you. Sprickman put a shot on net for Team Gold, but defended out of there. Opportunity here for Perrott wristing, and Martin made the save. Austin Martin, have been calling his name for several years. Same deal with Jacob Dold on Team Gold, and we'll see him at some point in net as well, the Catholic Central senior. Dold has 4 shutouts on the year as the Vikings have been incredible on the defensive end. That's powered their comeback this season.
Assisted by number 55, Evan Perrott, and number 76, Matt Irvin.
And they give an assist to,
Perrott
well,
Irvin, they give the
Perrott.
assist there. But I think
Interestingly
Irvin
enough.
scored that goal, didn't he?
He did, yeah. They gave an assist to Irvin. It's Irvin from Malichki. I can tell you that even from up here in Michigan. As this is dumped out to center ice.
Well, we're
hey, it's a long day for the official scores.
We're going to override it. We're going to say that goal was Matt Irvin because you and I both saw it from Perrott and Malichki on the assists.
Here's Colin Neville for Bethel Park. Two of the Blackhawks out there together. Scarilli for Cannon Mack puts it on net, and Martin had a little bit of trouble with it, but he eventually pins it down and gets the whistle just about 5 minutes in to this AAA All-Star game. It's always fun to see which teammates get paired up, whether it be up front or on defense or a little bit of both. You'd imagine coaches would try to do that when they can.
Absolutely. They want that chemistry, and players are just more comfortable. Here come two teammates here.
Here they are, two Peters Township teammates, a team I've been broadcasting for 9 seasons now, as Tomko doubles back, put it in the middle looking for Jackson Reed, but broken up by his teammate, Austin Malley. Good defensive work from the forward. Malley bumped into Mertens.
Yeah, Mertens and Malley just bumped into each other. Both had smiles on their faces, of course.
Austin Malley also plays on the PT golf team. A couple of talented golfers on the ice. Me being a fan of that sport, I enjoy seeing that as well. And there's a shot taken from the right wing, gobbled up by Martin. No further play. The other player, in case you're wondering, is Rocco Salvitti, defenseman for Central Catholic, who actually played in a USGA national event this past summer. And these two sports tend to go together. In the winter, you play hockey. In the summer, you play golf. A little bit of both. Now in behind the net, Zach Wilcox, leading scorer for Cannon Mack, tries to center it, and it's taken away by his rink rival, Will Tomko. Both make Printscape Arena home down at South Point, the former Isoplex. Tomko's pass under Reed's stick, but here's Mertens catching up to it. The captain of the Indians hands off to Tomko, right back to Mertens. There you see that chemistry, but they're working against a couple of teammates on that side as well. In fact, there are 5 Peters Township players on the ice right now. Ringwald, Malley, Kovac, Tomko, and Mertens. Barnhart shooting, and he just missed, connecting on that near side post.
Boy, he had Murphy
down to 8 minutes, too. He did. And now Malley in alone. He scores on the breakaway, mini breakaway on the setup from Kovac. It's 2-0, Team Blue.
Austin Malley, quick hands around the goal, was able to get it around Austin Martin. Wow, and isn't that the way hockey works, Matt? There was a glorious chance down to our right where Murphy was leaning and they missed the net, come all the way down, and great chance there for Malley, and he makes no mistake getting that one past Martin for a 2-0 Team Blue lead.
Well, Malley, who can really shoot it, went for the deke. And it was Evan Barnhart who had the chance down to our right. I think actually, looking at the replay, it appeared that the goaltender Murphy got a piece of that with the glove. So credit him with a save and an unofficial assist on the goal down the other way. Unfortunately for Barnhart, he was the one who vacated that spot on the ice that Malley took advantage of. Nearly a turnover there. Luke Evans scouting things out on the forward check, but here's his NA teammate on the other side, Gallo, with the wrist in.
Malley
Pine Richland, Sean Peacock.
Sorry, Matt. Malley has 7 goals on the season coming into this one.
Peacock lines one up from the face-off circle, and he's stopped by Martin. Now a lead feed. In comes Evans, cutting back, tried to get the shot off, defended there well by Salvitti. To the line, big blast, and a save made by Murphy on the shot from Matt O'Malley, the Baldwin defender. And Trey Gallo set sail. Taking a shot, wrister, glove down by Martin. Just about halfway into this first period. 2-0 Team Blue, which is wearing the white jerseys. Call them the home team, I suppose. This pass is broken up. In comes Evan Perrott. Swirls around and behind. Smooth stick handling, confidently moving the puck back below the goal line. But Timmons of Upper St. Clair will take it, slam it off the wall, up the far wing, and out it goes. Perrott on this puck, trying to move it away from Gaffney, who's dogged in pursuit. Sprickman, or pardon, even Ethan Cunningham, I should say. Unable to make a play there for Team Gold, and now Perrott into the middle, left it back to Irvin. Scarilli meandering and dishing toward the corner. That's where it's picked off by Sprickman. He can't clear with an aerial pass. Scalise for Central Catholic. Up ahead on that play, and in comes Tyler Garvin, who set up an early chance. His pass to the middle. Backhander by Scalise, off of Murphy and wide. Under 7 to play. Here's Martin well out of his net. Shows off his passing skill to find Sprickman. who wears number 74. That's a pretty rare number in this sport. Icing the call. Wow, we didn't have one in the entire AA game, did we, Chris?
It sure didn't seem like we did. I don't recall one. 74 is a rare number in hockey as we look down on that beautiful orange and black.
You would say that.
Yes, I would. And we're not talking about the Flyers, so let's be clear about that. Not around here, we're not. So.
Yeah, we made that clear in the first game we did together. But in case folks weren't watching, and they probably weren't, just because of the different fan bases here for the teams, Greater Latrobe, the Ice Cats in AA wear black and orange as well. Cathedral Prep really leans into the orange, as you see here, though. Barnhart, a little wheel and deal in his own end. Over to the right-handed shooting Sprickman. Fires a pass up to Garvin. Wanted to go to Fulmer, nearly to Scalise of Central Catholic. Give it away, Sprickman, glove save, and Murphy hangs on for the whistle.
Good save. Good save there by Murphy. He wasn't screened on the play. He saw it all the way. Good shot. Good shot, better save.
There you see referee, or actually linesman today, Todd Hendry. Good internet friend of mine. We often exchange comments on Penguins games from time to time and things going on in the PIHL. Funny guys you talk to a lot, or people you talk to a lot online you never met in real life. I've only seen him do his work from afar. But he's one of the top officials in the PIHL. Bounce out toward the line, Gaffney of Central Catholic. Ladles it ahead. Tanner Plinta's on this for Baldwin. He's got 16 points on the season. Baldwin in the black and the purple. Back to the point. Timmons rips one. That missed everything. In the corner here. At the home of the Robert Morris University club hockey teams for right now, and next year in the fall, next season, it'll be back to D1 hockey in Pittsburgh, and we're happy to talk about that. I worked a couple of years for both the men's and the women's hockey teams in the media department, and it's awesome to see. And it was a mistake to shutter the programs in the first place, but a lot of folks have come through to support these two programs and get them back on their feet. So we'll see Colonials hockey and NCAA back in the fall. Malley taking this puck out to center ice. Taps it away from a Bethel Park Blackhawk. That was Christian Strang. Now Wilcox on the recycle, and it's Malley again with an opportunity. Cuts inside, dropped it back, score! What a play! Malley to Gallo, and it's 3-0 Team Blue.
Boy, Trey Gallo, I've known his name for years. My son has actually played against him in travel hockey. Trey Gallo knows the word. He's a defenseman. He has 9 goals on the season. He knows where to go. He knows when to jump into the play, and he took that pass, and a nice shot between the circles there. Rips it by Austin Martin. Gallo puts it in the back of the net, and now it is 3-0 Blue.
One-way traffic so far in this first period. Not anymore. There's Jackson Reed pouncing on a loose puck and wiring it home inside the right post to make it 3-1 Team Gold. Cashes in the chance. Reed, I mentioned the towering centerman. Well, at least for Seneca Valley, he plays center. 18 goals on the year for him.
If we were playing league hockey divisional play, you would say, what a great response by Team Gold. The next shift after a goal answering. So here they're on the board, though, and it's 3-1.
8 seconds later. Talk about hasty. Howard, the defenseman for Pine Richland, knocks it out to the point. Handled there by Ringwald. He tried to go cross ring, picked off by Sprickman, and now he connects on to Tomko of Peters Township. Tomko bends the knee, fakes the shot, now put it in front of the net on the shot pass, trying to find Reed for another one. Jackson Reed is a handful to defend. I've been saying that for a couple of years. And he proves it once again there between the circles. Dish out toward the point, picked off by Malley. And Malley, who's been a goal scorer and a playmaker, leaves it along for Kovac. Try to go back to Malley in front. Now Kovac again. Ben Kovac, the leading scorer on Peters Township. Distributes back to the point, and Scarilli couldn't keep it alive. Now Reed on the odd man rush. Reed, Tomko, back to Tomko. Score! A give and a give and a go, and it's 3-2. Team Gold with a couple of goals back-to-back in less than a minute.
Wondered there for a second if they were going to make one too many passes. Players being overly generous, but it pays off, and Tomko is able to beat Rylan Murphy. Murphy had no chance on that, and he was able to bury it. Tomko puts it behind Murphy, and now we got a 3-2 game. Tomko has 18
that one's
goals
just
on
not
the
very.
season. Tomko knows how to find the net. 18 on the season for him.
Right, more than a goal per game pace. He scored 20 last year in 20 games as a freshman. Quite the debut. And as you mentioned, he's on 18, just 15 games into this season. Anytime you're more than a goal per game, you're doing all right. I've said that a few times about him, and he's reliable, very consistent player. Here's another one of them for Peters Township.
Christian Strang had the first goal for Team Gold, and then Tomko followed that up with the second goal for Gold. Made it 3-2.
Team Gold goals scored by
Peacock,
28,
down low.
Tomko.
Handling it there, McCrae.
Assisted by number 14,
Hanging on to the puck,
Strang.
turning away from the defense.
Goal, 328.
Back behind the goal again for Sean Peacock. A couple of 48s on white. One's Peacock, one's Scarilli of Ken Mack. Try to keep them straight for you. Fortunately, they're wearing different colored jerseys. Barnhart, who had an early opportunity. And the defenseman wants to get into the act here, all the way to the net, and poked it toward the goal. I don't think it ever got through to Murphy. Turned over. Chance for Cunningham, and he fired that off the glass. Now behind the net, Evans of North Allegheny. Instead, it's Luke Henderson of Bethel Park with his first touch on the puck. Veteran varsity player, Henderson. Bethel Park, as I mentioned, tied for the 8th and final playoff spot in Class AAA on 11 points. They're knotted up with Baldwin. Mount Lebo's 3 points behind. But Bethel Park's got 2 games in hand on Mount Lebo. Here's Cathedral Prep, looking like they're going to be in the playoffs, and that's Cunningham. Back to his teammate Sprickman, and he put it in. Braden Sprickman, what a shot. 3 straight goals. And Team Gold, they fell behind 3-0. They tied it before the end of the period. 1:30 to go.
Nice shot there again, going upstairs. And all of a sudden, it was all blue early. Now it's all gold, coming back to tie it. And so far, Christian Strang, Bethel Park, number 14 on the gold team, they're wearing the dark jerseys, has a goal and an assist. And then looking over Team Blue in the white jerseys, Austin Malley has a goal and assist. So those 2 players each have 2 points here in the first period.
Cunningham to Sprickman. That's probably happened a couple of times this year up at the Erie Bank Sports Park. Now Irvin, who scored our first goal, tried a toe drag, but he was denied by Timmons of Upper St. Clair to the line in Gallo. He's got a goal in this period. Gallo toward the front. Martin sticks it away and out of play off the screen. So this looking a little bit more like your typical all-star game, Chris, as opposed to the AA game, which I thought was fairly committed defensively, all things considered.
Took a while for goals to get going in that game, and ended up being 8-6 with an empty netter at the end. But yeah, we've got 6 goals already total, 3-3. Good game, and I expect more of the same in the next 2 periods.
We had 6 total goals in the first 2 periods of the AA game. So this one might be more of the offensive extravaganza, and that'd be all right with us. Icing, we've also had 2 icings in this game, in this first period.
I don't think we had 2 in the AA game, so I know that. So that goal there,
I mentioned
it was Cunningham on the assist.
So we have a couple of defensemen scoring in this first period. Gallo and Sprickman, the guys you'd expect to do the job, to be honest. Front of the net, and a save made by Martin. Boy, that puck disappeared for a second.
That was
Colin Neville had the opportunity.
That was a harder save than, it kind of got lost there, but Martin saw it.
Nebel and All, both of Bethel Park, were hunting. They were sniffing around. Just couldn't get the finish. Now down to 40 seconds to go in the first period. Barnhart on the wrist around. Gallo takes it back. And we do have quite a few teammate against teammate matchups here. Here's Mount Lebo's, Matt Gates trying to take it in. Now Noah Ritz for Central Catholic. Penetrates into the corner there as he's defended by Zach Howard of Pine Richland. Down to 15 seconds to go in the frame. Around out high, Tanner Plinta's pass is picked off by All of Bethel Park. And Aaron All tries to slide by a defender. He's only got a couple of seconds. Got to make something happen. Turns it to his backhand and slid it in deep. He didn't see the clock, and time runs out on the first period. 3 for blue in a row, 3 for gold in a row. And we're all tied up at 3 after 15 minutes from the RMU Island Sports Center on Neville Island. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Hydroblocks on 10-Band TV. I'm Matt Gajtka, along with Chris Beddick. And also thanks to Todd Kazarowski and crew at the 10-Band TV headquarters for keeping us on the air and giving us the multi-camera look that we all love so much when we get these games broadcasting both online and on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
Teams will change goaltenders. Each team has 3 goaltenders, I believe, tonight, so they each get a period. Now it looks like down to our right, Central Catholic. The gold team in the dark jerseys, of course, Jacob Dold will be going in a net. Dold has a 2.52 goals against average and a .906 save percentage. And then down to our left in the white jersey for Team Blue, looks like Cathedral Prep goaltender Tanner Ball. Tanner comes into this game with a 3.38 goals against average and a .894 save percentage, as they will now get their turn here in the second period. 3-3 is our score. Exactly what we expected it to be. A lot of skating, a lot of skill, and a lot of goals, Matt. So I assume that this period will be more of the same.
And it's no surprise we see Jacob Dold and Tanner Ball get some playing time. Those are the 2 minutes leaders in the PIHL. Dold has played in all but 1 game for Central Catholic. Tanner Ball has played in every game. Looks like every minute of every game, in fact, for the Ramblers. And here he melts this one down at the side of his net to get an early whistle 11 seconds into the second.
I think that would be the definition of workhorse goaltenders.
I think so. You occasionally see it still at this level. At the higher levels of the sport, though, goaltending's become much more of a tandem deal. Reed, straight forward off the faceoff. What a move and what a goal! Incredible. Talk about using your long reach. Jackson Reed's second goal of the game. And look at that. Team Gold is up by 1 after trailing by 3 early.
Wow. Welcome to the game, and quick hands for a big kid around the net. Quick hands. He's able to get it around. Cathedral Prep goaltender Tanner Ball. Welcome to the game, Tanner. Wow. Great hands.
And I know that one's unassisted because Reed took the face-off, won it to himself. Gotta love it. Snapshot by Malley. That was blocked down in front of the goal by Baldwin's Levi McRae. So yeah, Tanner Ball didn't have much of a chance there. He had to try to poke check it maybe. Easier said than done. You're going up against a guy who's 6.5 feet tall in Reed. Tomko to Reed.
17 goals on the season for Reed, so he knows how to find the net.
Deflected on the chance across. Matt O'Malley tried to get it toward the front of the net. So Team Gold attacking the goal to our left now. Team Blue attacking the goal to our right. Malley took the shot off the rush. Back to Kovac for a blast, and he missed it. Trying to go top left corner against Jacob Dold of Central Catholic. Reed on the rush. Got a man behind the defense. Save made by Ball on Tomko. Tomko gets it right back, though. Has a look. Left it in the face-off circle for Mertens, who turns away from the pressure of Peacock. Mertens fighting just inside the blue line, kept it alive in the attacking zone. Back to Timmons of Upper St. Clair. He's confronted by a couple of white-shirted defenders, and McRae is away for Baldwin now. Gets into the corner against Sprickman. He's pretty lengthy himself, and now Reed, jersey flapping in the breeze, Mike Madonna style. Laid it along to Tomko. Back to Reed, digging to the backhand. Tried to stuff it in front, couldn't do it. Ends up behind the goal, and that's where Gallo takes over for Team Blue. Gallo on the rush. Going head-to-head against Sprickman in that corner. Dominic Tricana first touch on the puck. Good pass, McRae! And Dold made the save, and then McRae's shot's deflected out of play. Oh my, McRae thought that might have been in. He's pointing toward the net.
Jacob Dold for a second didn't know where that puck was. It was loose, and golden opportunity there. Someone got good stick on the puck there to knock it out of play.
Levi McRae's got 9 goals on the year, so he knows what one looks like, and he thought he saw one On the goal to our right. Glove down by Ringwald. Took the shot, and Dole got a piece, maybe off the outside of the net, too. The referee washed it out. To the middle, Tricana. One touch. Trying to connect on to Peacock below the goal line. That didn't work out. Sprickman wrestling it away and gave it away. Tricana wide of the goal on the short side. Tricana gets it right back, and he banked that off the outside of the goalpost. Sprickman trying to clear. Has his teammate Cunningham, and the relay is to Gaffney. Number 22 for Central Catholic, right to the net. And Ball had to make a save on that. Also sticking his nose in there, Luke Evans of North Allegheny. Ringwald carries into the attacking zone for Team Blue. Now trailing for the first time in this game. They scored 3 in a row. Now they've given up 4 straight. 3 minutes into this second period. We'll have no ice cut between periods, by the way. 2 Tiger teammates go head-to-head in the zone down to our left. That battle was won by Evan Perrott of NA. Malichki putting the pressure on Timmons, who feels like he's played a lot in this game so far. There are 6 rostered defensemen for both sides, it appears. Most of the players who aren't here are forwards, including the 3 Upper St. Clair Dynamos. Stawarski, who is tied for the class lead in points with 34 of Upper St. Clair. He is not in the building today due to commitments otherwise. Now Barnhart hops on a rebound. Pulling it away from teammate Evans. Back to Evans now in tight quarters. The battle's on for it. Salvitti pumps it off the near side wall, and out it goes to Malichki of Seneca Valley. Perrott driving in deep. On the feed to Irvin, who scored our first goal today. Irvin's got another look here, and he's stopped by Dole. Rebound in front. Barnhart swatted it out of danger.
2-on-1.
Under 11 to go in the second period. 2-on-1. Fulmer, open shot, Ball the save. Kicking out his left toe. Irvin hightails it back the other way. End-to-end action, as you'd expect, in the Class AAA All-Star Game, presented by Hydroblocks, the PIHL's best in the big school division. Going head-to-head right now. Backhand pass from Garvin. That didn't go through. Salvitti, the alternate captain of Central Catholic, can't escape. Garvin's shot was blocked. Perrott has a look now and an opportunity to carry out for NA, but he's poke-checked by Sprickman. On the regroup, Irvin flipped it over the blue line, just barely onside. As we saw in the AA game, onside is maybe more of a theory than a reality in these kind of games. Fulmer scores!
Water bottle popped off there. Nice shot by Fulmer.
Josh Fulmer, that's 5 straight goals for Team Gold. The guys in the dark jerseys have a 2-goal lead with exactly 10 to go in the second.
Nice shot going
like
upstairs.
that shot went
You
short
could see-
side.
Yeah, short side upstairs. The water bottle popped off the net. Fulmer connects. He's got 8 goals on the season coming into this one. And how about that? 5 straight goals. They fall down 3-0 and 5 straight goals for the team in the dark jerseys, Team Gold. That was a great shot. I don't know what Ball got beat upstairs, but that was a great shot.
Overpowering the goaltender. A lot of times it's not so much about placement. I think those of us observing the games and calling the games tend to focus on that a lot, but it's about timing too, and whether it be velocity or just a tricky release, that can fool a goalie just as much as putting it into a top corner or between the legs. I think that was the case there. A little too much velo on that one. Gates trying to go all the way to the net himself, but he was stymied. On the break back, Strang. Lead pass trying to connect on to Plinta. He does have Plinta eventually. In the corner, Plinta behind the net. Wanted to get it to Noah Ritz of Central Catholic, but tapped away from him. Howard with a headman pass. Redirected out to center. And once again, it's Matt Gates in the blue and gold of Mount Lebo. Gates threw it out in front of the net. Nobody home for the guys in white. Now down by 2. Life comes at you fast in the All-Star game. One-time chance. What a look that was for Ritz off the pass from Plinta. How about that little nifty play? And now Plinta gets it right back. Baldwin wears the white helmets with the black and purple uniforms, looking like the LA Kings of like the late 90s, except for those white buckets. It's a distinctive look for sure. Taken over Scarilli. Cannon Mack.
2-on-1.
And on the move, Colin Neville.
Oh, good defense.
Neville's got two in the middle. Oh, he had Wilcox and his teammate from Bethel Park, Aaron All, but good defending from Greg Timmons.
Timmons, you say his name again. It's just nice play there.
He's the kind of D-man where the puck just comes to him. That means he's a smart player. To the line, Ringwald took the low shot, loose in the slot, bouncing around. Wilcox trying to find it. He won't. Christian Strang will. Strang of Bethel Park left it over for Plinta. Plinta and Strang were out there for a while, and on cue, they make a line change as the play goes the other way. Wilcox centering. There he is.
Right on
Timmons. Number one in the program, number one in your goaltender's heart, at least, in this early stage of the All-Star game. But a turnover.
He's sticking out for two reasons, Matt. Not only is he all over the puck, but wearing, as you said earlier, number one is so rare. There's a goal.
Oh, a chance and a score. And that's off of Timmons' skate, off the goaltender, and slammed in by Ben Kovac to make it 5-4. And Timmons having a laugh, as we see there on the close-up cam. Just a bad break. That's what happens sometimes. When the pucks are thrown toward the front, that's why you do it as an attacking team as well. Wilcox at the outside of the net. There was Malley. He eventually just fires it toward the front, and tough play there for Timmons to handle. The hot shot right at his feet. Kovac cleans it up. So give the assist to Malley and Wilcox.
Every goaltender that plays this game is going to have, oh, here we go.
Another opportunity, odd man rush. Kovac couldn't get it across. Defended there from Jack Smelser of Seneca Valley.
Just going to say, every goaltender that plays this game is going to have it go off his skate, just like Timmons did. Unfortunate break for him.
Tomko in front, Mertens score! Tomko to Reed to Mertens, and Team Gold's got its 2-goal lead back. It's 6-4 with 7:22 left in the second.
6 goals in a row, correct?
Well, 1 for Team Blue the other way, but
oh yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah.
6 out of 7.
Well, we're up to 10 goals, Matt. 7:22 to go in the second period.
And that's as pretty of a goal as you'll see. Reed making the final pass to Mertens on the back door, and, well, Tanner Ball again doing the best he can. It's just not quite enough right now. Too many good looks, and Ball stops this play, a bouncer toward the blue paint, and hangs on as we've gotten past the halfway point of tonight's AAA All-Star game and the PIHL. Thank you for watching on 10 Band TV.
Oh, we got a penalty here.
Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
And going to the
well,
box
goes without
is
saying.
Ringwald.
That is rare.
Kobe Ringwald, yeah. That's
Ringwald off. I didn't catch the call.
Matt. First penalty of the day.
So here we go. Power play for Team Gold, already leading it 6-4. Tomko one touch to Sprickman. This could be fun to watch, actually. These guys can whip it around at 5-on-5, let alone with an extra man on the ice. Reed from the corner, or pardon me, that's Smelser, I should say. He takes a look, gives it out to the line. Mertens just barely held the rolling puck. Now Smelser trying to shoot toward the front, and it bounces off of Bethel Park's Luke Henderson and out to center. Braden Sprickman, circles the wagons, left it back. Smelser going across, picked off again, this time by Team Blue up toward the net, and Jacob Dold has to knock it away from the on-charging Mertens. Or not, pardon me, not Mertens, that was Malley. Here's Tomko with a shot on the toe drag move, and he's stopped by Ball. No further play, 6:20 left in the second.
Aggressive play by Jacob Dold. They're coming way out of his net. Just getting to it in the nick of time to clear it away. Smart play there by Dold. He thought he could get to it, and he did.
Howard for Pine Richland slams that out of his own end for the clear. He's not used to calling power plays during an All-Star game. We're 1 minute into the minor issued to Kobe Ringwald. The guilty man, the rare guilty man. Tricana turning this way in that. Good little pass, but under the stick of Peacock, shorthanded. Peacock down the wall, Tricana. Could we have a shorty in the All-Star game? Peacock swirls in, but he's dispossessed. Ripped away, and back down the ice we go. That was Luke Evans trying to shoot on net. Blocked. Gaffney, Evans, open, wrist sits, and that's off of Scarilli in front of the net. Down to the final half minute of this power play. Evans scans the scene from below the goal line. Good place to play playmaker. In front of the goal, the defenseman O'Malley whips it off the glass. Evans to Gaffney. They work a two-man game briefly out of the corner. Final seconds of the power play. Wrist shot from Timmins. I think Ball made a save on that as it got through, and you hear the Mario Brothers one-up sound. That means player back on the ice. Scarilli has a look from the corner. We're back to 5-on-5. Right in front. Picked off there by Baldwin's O'Malley. But now there's his Baldwin teammate, Levi McRae, trying to make a play. That was intercepted. But here comes Team Blue again. From their own end, Howard looking to deal around. McRae stopped by Dold on the point-blank chance. Irvin pulled it loose. On the handoff to Perrott. Out to the line and Gallo. The three North Allegheny Tigers work it around. Irvin, drop pass, McRae. Gallo one more time from the left point. McRae toward the net. Stop made by Dold on the sharp angle play. Now down toward 4 minutes to go in the second period. Cunningham, open man, Evans. Wanted to pull the trigger, but just couldn't get the puck to settle down. Evans again, pulling it away from one defender, but not the second. Smolichki popped it loose for Seneca Valley, and Trey Gallo escapes his own end. Gallo, a stick handle, a feed. Perrott pulls it back. Backdoor play, Gallo, stopped by Dold. And he pins his pad down to the ice to keep it there.
Gallo getting to the net, as we talked about earlier. He knows how to jump into the play, and he knows how to make things happen offensively there. Jacob Dold had to be tough there in the net to prevent that goal.
Malichki against Fulmer at the dot. Fulmer won it for Pine Richland and Team Gold. Those two squads share a rink as well. Oh, a couple of rinks if you want to be technical. Barrel Ice Complex. I believe they're called the Galaxy and was it the World Rinks up there, I want to say?
Yes, absolutely.
One of those old Blade Runners complexes.
Oh,
in front, Fulmer score! How about that? Josh Fulmer's got a couple, and Team Gold has a 3-goal lead for the first time tonight.
Well, Fulmer
take a look at that replay.
He got the pass and he buried it, so Fulmer's got a pair.
Salvitti peeled away from him. I don't know, he thought someone was behind him, maybe. There was a late arrival. Tyler Garvin was trying to come in the back door to make it a 3-on-2, but instead, Fulmer was the guy to watch as he hammered it past the goaltender Ball.
No chance for Ball there either.
Fulmer's got a pair,
Yep.
and Jackson Reed has a pair. So a couple of 2-goal men on Team Gold as they've run the total to 7. Nebel snaps one, and Jacob Dold flashes the leather. Put that left hand up skyward to snatch it. Dante Scalise gets the assist.
Yep,
Thought for a
Scalise.
minute that was Gaffney, but it was Scalise. Central Catholic in those dark blue and gold jerseys. There you see Gaffney now joining the fray, but the puck goes to the opposite side for Sprickman. His pass goes beyond Strang of Bethel Park, but Team Gold on it again. Ritz going to the backside. That one's picked off. Nebel leads the rush for Team Blue. Now needs a rally. Dold went for the poke check. Oh boy, but it ends up behind the net. And Nebel was defended well enough he couldn't wrap it around. That was the thought, but there's not enough space or time. Ringwald steps up, fresh out of the penalty box. That's right, penalty box. We've had a penalty in this game. Nebel slithers up the middle. He's stopped by Dold too. Jacob Dold doing all he can to give his team a chance in his lone period of action, you would imagine, barring something unforeseen. Gates couldn't get by Sprickman. That looked a little bit offside, did it not? But instead will continue to play on. Gates looking to tuck it in. Could not do it. Team Blue keeps it alive, though. All back against the grain. Trying to connect on to Gates. Didn't happen. On the break back here, it's Plinta of Baldwin, but ripped away from his reach. Under 2 to go in the second period. Quick moving game as you would expect. All to the middle. Sprickman, the long arm of the law there to intercept it. And Strang. Strang with Plinta. Strang wanted to go to Plinta. It bounces off of Ringwald's body, and he collects it near the far side wall. He'll double back to create some time for himself. He passed it off his own teammate's leg. That's Will Tomko, sophomore sniper for Peters Township. Into the middle with that pass. And good defending by Zach Wilcox of Cannon Mac to get a stick down. And here's Kovac to Wilcox. Whipped it wide of the goal. Maybe Dold got a piece. Down toward 1 minute to go in the second period. Malley down the wall. Malley jumping inside, keeping the puck, whacking it away from his captain, Ryder Mertens, on Peters Township. To the line, and there's Wilcox tapping it deep. But forced out to center ice again. Reed on hat trick watch. The Seneca Valley pivot. Going man against Austin Malley, pardon me. Malley takes this puck, whips it across rink. 35 seconds to go on the frame. Intercepted. Barnhart over the line to Tomko. Want to go back to Barnhart. Poked away, but right to Reed. Shooting. Save ball. Mertens backdoor, and Tomko is blocked in front by Ringwald. A saving play to keep it from becoming 8-4. Big blast from Barnhart. Missed everything from the far side wall. Down to 14 seconds. Mertens to Tomko. It's like he knew where he was. Eyes in the back of his head, but Tomko's shot was blocked. Mertens gives over to O'Malley. Takes a look, shoots, ball to save, and the rebound poked away as time's going to run out in the second period. Plenty of action. Catch your breath. 7-4 Team Gold. They get 4 more in the second, and they hold Team Blue to just 1 in the middle frame.
Tanner Ball under siege there. Last few minutes of the second period had to be tough. More goals, 7 goals, 11 goals total, 7-4 right now. Gold in the dark jerseys leads this one over Team Blue, which is in the white jerseys. Now we'll have another goaltending change. Alex Golash from Baldwin will be coming in the net.
Yes.
Golash, yep. Golash from Baldwin in the white jersey trimmed in purple and black, has a 3.78 goals against average for the season and a .898 save percentage. So he will take over in net for the blue team, which is a team in white jerseys. He'll be down to our right. And then down to the left, it will be Nolan Hilbert will be going in a net for the gold team, the dark jersey team, Peters Township. Hilbert comes into this game with a 2.84 goals against average and a .858 save percentage. So after 2 periods, a 7-4 game, 11 goals, a lot of action, great skating, offense, chances, shots, and we've had 1 penalty. This is the 5th game of the day here at All-Star Sunday at Neville Island, RMU, and we've had exactly 1 penalty, and you just saw it that last period, Matt.
We need 4 more goals to have this be the highest scoring game of the day. 2 games provided 14 goals. The D2 game won by the blue team over the gold team earlier this afternoon, and the game we just called together, the AA game, 8-6 with an empty netter. So put a little asterisk by that one. We've had a penalty, we've had an empty netter, we've had 2 icings. A veritable
What's going on
grab
here? Are they playing
here.
hockey? What's happening here,
I guess
Matt?
so, yeah. We're filling the score sheet. That's the case, at least. We always knew that was going to happen, but everything else a pleasant surprise, I suppose. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Here's Ringwald. And thank you again for watching and for joining us. And thank you, Chris, for providing the color for this game. My pleasure to join you. Good to have someone alongside. Sprickman right to the doorstep, and he's stopped. Covered and held there for Golvash, who all of a sudden found himself toe-to-toe against, actually it was Cunningham, I should say, 26, not 74.
Yeah. Welcome to the game, Alex Golvash. He saw some players bearing down on him, though. He made the stop.
Cunningham took the shot. That was blocked after the face-off win. Well, you have to expect you're going to be facing something pretty quickly in this situation. Salvitti broke that play up at the
3-on-1.
line. And here we go for Team Blue, a chance to cut into this lead. Tricana passes in his skates, back against the grain, and no one home. Peacock on goal, and Hilbert has to make the save. Nolan Hilbert called upon to maintain a 3-goal lead for Team Gold, and he comes through. Now Sprickman trying to extend that lead. What a move to the inside, back door, and he couldn't get it through to Gaffney. Salvitti broke it up. Sprickman one more time shot it as he pulled back, and that didn't go on net as well. Oh, goodness, 2 good looks, one at either end to start this third period. Actually, 3. 2 for Team Gold to extend its lead. None of them go in, though. Evans on the pull-up move. Half boards near side. Luke Evans sprayed it back out to the point. Right to a teammate, but on the wrong side, if that makes any sense. Irvin has Malichki going to the net. Couldn't filter it through. Malichki now finds it. Pries it loose. Perrott for NA, shot it. Hilbert made the save, holding firm on the short side. 2 minutes into this third period. Front of the net, Malichki. Saved by Hilbert. He's got it under his glove as he's sprawled out with his feet in the net and his torso in the crease.
Hilbert swimming a little bit down on the ice. Didn't quite know where the puck was for a second. He was able to find it, of course, but down on the ice is usually not good for a goalie, especially when you don't know where the puck is. Hilbert able to recover, though, and find that puck.
Wrist shot goes wide from a point through the screen. Hilbert, the Penguins Cup winning goaltender and the state championship winning goaltender. There he makes a blocker save, punching it out on the try from Malichki. Another right-handed catching goalie. We've had at least 2 in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Just don't see that too often, and here we've seen it twice.
And if the stats are right, lefties are about 11% of the population, so already they're overrepresented in this game.
Are you
Of course, you'd
left-handed,
assume
Matt?
I am not, but my young son Lucas is, so
I am not
came
either.
out of nowhere. So that would be like 1 out of 9, so we've got 2 out of 6 goalies in this
There you
game
go.
who catch right-handed.
Oh, here we go.
Percentages, baby. Gotta love the math. Here comes Perrott now against that right-handed catcher, but he didn't get much of a shot off against Hilbert, who made the easy stick save. Back comes Garvin. Man going to that. Scalise. Oh, he turned and whacked that on goal blindly, and that forced Golvash to make a stop on the Old English B on his chest.
Another unorthodox puck going in on Golvash. He just had to be tough in the net there. Yeah, it was hit a stick, kind of knuckled in. Golvash hanging tough to make that save for Team Blue.
That puck was bouncing in the air, and Scalise just turned and whacked it on the backhand. I don't even think he saw it when he took the swing. But hey, why not? If you connect, maybe it's something crazy. Turnover shot and a save. Golvash denies his teammate Tanner Plinta from 5 feet out.
Oh yeah, look, they're talking too. Don't you know that will be when they get back to practice and in the locker room and they're talking. Oh man, Golvash has got that. He robs Plinta from right in front.
And it was all Plinta because he stole it, lifted the stick of Gallo from behind. The old street hockey move occasionally works on the ice too. I was always a fan of that one. Aaron All pulls into the corner. This line with Matt Gates and Colin Neville, also Bethel Park, goes to work here for Team Blue. Team Blue needs at least 3 to force a tie, 4 to win, and they got to hold Team Gold off the board. That's going to be a tall task based on what we've seen so far. Strang on the bank relay to Barnhart right toward the goal. Golvash got a piece of that too. So he's been active in the opening 4 minutes. No goals yet in the opening 4 minutes of the third period. The dish back to Smelser. Now Barnhart again. He's had a few shots, and this one's gloved and held by Golvash.
Good glove save there by Golvash, holding it for the face-off.
Baldwin,
No
a
goals yet,
relative
Aaron.
newcomer. Sorry about that, Chris.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead,
Baldwin, a
Matt.
relative
I was gonna
newcomer
say,
to.
no goals in the first 5 minutes here.
Yeah, we went, I think, the first 8 in the AA game in the first period without a goal as well. That might have set a PIHL record if we look back on it. But here's Tomko in the middle. Reed, stop made. Reed looking for the hat trick, and Golvash says, oh, no, you don't. I'll take that.
Oh yeah, 10-bell save there from Golvash, hanging tough. He is facing some prime opportunities in front. Alex Golvash, Baldwin, goaltender, coming up big for his team.
As I started to say, Baldwin, a relative newcomer to Class AAA, I believe just their second season after bumping up. Butler used to be in AAA before being moved to AA. In case you don't know, the classes in the PIHL are almost entirely based on merit. You can be promoted or relegated, which I love, by the way. I think it's awesome. And
yeah, Baldwin used
Baldwin
to be.
makes it through.
I call games for Latrobe, and Baldwin used to be in our obviously in our division before moving up.
Wilcox on the move, left it there. Good poke from Kovac. Wanted to get it to the front to Malley, and that was denied. Now Salvitti guns it toward the front. That's block 2. That's getting a little bit tighter defensively out there right now. Guys are pushing a little harder in front of their net, trying to lock things down. You'd always rather win than lose. You even see this in the NHL All-Star game. It gets a little bit late. It's tight. Yeah. Suddenly there's a little more pride at stake. But here's Kovac to Malley, and he had his stick lifted by Sprickman. Sprickman with a lot of leverage. He puts it to his disposal. But Malley's no shrinking violet in front either. Kovac slowing it down, shooting against his teammate Hilbert. Wanted to go short side again, but Hilbert once more kept his shoulder against the post. Kovac on the change of pace move now. In deep here to Henderson, below the goal line, Salvitti trying to make something happen, the defenseman for Central Catholic. Here's Kovac one more time. Ben Kovac, what a move. He works his way in, dropped it back. Malley, score! Well, first of all, Ben Kovac put that through the skates of, I think it was Ryder Mertens' Peters Township teammate. And then the puck was pinballing around at the front, and I believe it was Malley cashing it in. In the end, Wilcox was around the area too for Cannon McMillan, and we'll take a look at that replay. Actually, it was poke checked at the last minute, and Wilcox finished it off. So it'll be Wilcox from Malley.
Zachary Wilcox, Cannon Mac goalie, now has a goal and an assist in this one. Wilcox in the season, 7 goals for Cannon Mac.
Well, so there it is. This game's not over yet. Team Blue gets one back.
Here they come again.
Tricana now for Cannon Mac. Tricana, short side shot, and a glove save by Hilbert. Behind the net, Peacock tried to center. Here's O'Malley, not to be confused with Malley on the other side. They haven't been out together very much today, thankfully. Turned over. Dominic Tricana. He's got McRae on his left. Couldn't make the pass. And now it's Scalise with Evans. Scalise in front of the net, and it skipped right by Luke Evans of North Allegheny. I don't know if Golvash got a piece. Evans to this near side now. Bounces away from Scalise. O'Malley on net. His teammate makes the save. Golvash. And Team Blue can try to get one goal closer. They have the only goal this period so far. Howard on the pull-up, in the corner, left it back. Tricana overskated the puck. Here we go again. Odd man rush once more, and it's Evans again. He put it over the goal with Scalise in tow. He also had Gaffney behind him. It ended up being a 3-on-1 rush. So play now opening up midway through the third period. But Team Gold can't put the finishing touches on it just yet. Scarilli swirled a pass. That was blocked. Good defending from Barnhart, who came out high. But it's Perrott for Howard. Back to Perrott. In front of the nets, and Hilbert has to make a stop. Flipped by Malichki at the point. Cunningham, who set up a goal in the second period, he's stripped from behind by Gallo, the captain of the North Allegheny Tigers.
Gallo jumping up.
Irvin to Gallo. Did not hook up with him, though. Very close. And Hilbert out to pounce and hold with 6:30 left in the third.
Trey Gallo is one of the more aggressive defensemen I've seen in my years coaching and being around. He really jumps up on the play. Super aggressive and just a nice all-around player.
Well, back in the day in the NHL, they had 6 skaters, and one was called a rover. I feel like he would have fit very well with that description.
Yes, absolutely.
Perrott right on goal and into the breadbasket of Hilbert. Of course, also back then they couldn't pass the puck forward, so it was a different game 100 years ago, whenever that was, when they went from 6 skaters to 5. Kind of like football, right? That was right around that time when football decided, hey, we should throw this ball forward and see what we can do with it. Face-off controlled by Team Blue, which is wearing the white jerseys. Another reminder, perfunctory, but we need to throw it out there if you're joining us late or if you forgot. Understandable. Can get a little confusing. Turning that one on net, Aaron All. Again, Hilbert makes the stop, but Team Blue keeps the pressure on the comeback trail. They were leading at 3-0 midway through the first, and since then it's been mostly Team Gold. A big blast from the outside. Offline, Golvath makes a pad save on Fulmer, who has 2 goals in this game. Reed, Fulmer, and Malley, or pardon me, not Malley, have 2 goals in this game. Right to the front, Golvath has to poke that away. I thought Malley did for a moment, but he did not, as the most recent goal ended up going to Zach Wilcox. Backhand chance for Nebel, worrying the 8 for Bethel Park and the Blackhawks. Well, the goal line to his South Hills rival, and Gates to the line. Gallo takes this pass from Ringwald, try to pass it to the side of the net. A little too soft, though, and Cunningham sniffed it out. And the Cathedral Prep forward couldn't escape the zone. Now it's Smelser of Seneca Valley over to his partner Sprickman, also of Cathedral Prep. On the headman. Ends up in the corner, but it's going to be picked up by Garvin. Has Cunningham in front. Comes to Fulmer. He's stopped by Golvash from 10 feet away. 4:48 remaining in regulation.
Fulmer's looking for the hat trick. He's got a pair tonight. Golvash says no on that try. 4:48 to go in this game. 7-5 is the score. Team Blue, who's in the white jerseys.
I know I've been thoroughly entertained. It always is fun to call all-star games. Nice change of pace. You get the cool offensive plays, but also the goaltenders can make you stand up and say, wow.
You see a lot of great skating and a lot of great skill. And players looking to set each other up, which is nice also.
On the turnover, Henderson to the front, and popped wide by Malley of Peters Township. Back to the slot. Kovac can't get a shot away against O'Malley. This flip by Henderson. No icing here as Plinta's on it first, and the ball went forward, tries to put it in front of the net. Didn't get all the way there. Plinta circles back. He's got some room now. On the give to Bethel Park Strang, but now Strang gave it away to his fellow Blackhawk Henderson, who's now in on the left side, has a step, laid it back to Malley, and Hilbert made a save there on Kovac. What a chance. The puck just floated over to Kovac on the missed shot from Malley, but Ben Kovac could not snipe it.
Oh, yeah, a little love for the glove there for Nolan Hilbert, snagging that out of the air with his glove, which is on the wrong side, Matt. I don't, what we're used to here, but he snared it out of there, no problem, says I got this. Nice save there by Hilbert.
Might be the case where that saved him. If the blocker's on that side, maybe it zips right by.
Yes, he may have been beaten, exactly.
Reed drop pass between his own legs, but nobody home except for McCray. Levi McCray of Baldwin, 14 points on the year, including 9 goals. Can't generate anything there on that rush, though. Again, it'll be Luke Henderson. Lefty defenseman into the middle, picked off by Reed, and turned over again to Mertens. Want to go back to Reed. Hunting the puck in the slot, but it was picked off by Henderson. On comes Sean Peacock. Lowers the shoulder, put it in front, and it went between the legs of Hilbert and out the other side. 3 minutes left. That close to making it 7-6. Snapped out of danger by Smelser of Seneca Valley. Scarilli blew a tire, lost it to Jackson Reed. He has a glance. Played it near wing to Timmons on the overlap. Timmons to Tomko of Peters Township. Out to Peters Township's Mertens covering the point. Smelser. Reed, 2 goals in this game. Jackson Reed stripped by Peacock. Good work there from Team Blue. But McCray can't clear. However, Tricana will. Mertens on the regroup. Saucer pass, trying to find Reed a little too high for him to knock down. Ryder Mertens finds it again. The 4-year varsity man played it out to the near side point. 2.25 minutes to go in regulation. This one's not over yet. We'll see. Will Team Blue pull their goaltender? I'm not sure. It'll be Tomko misfiring. Almost made it a moot point, did Will Tomko. Mertens crunched on a check. Wow, he saw one. Okay. Back comes Scarilli for Ken and Mack. Didn't catch the number of that bus, but we do see a little bit of physical play late in this game. Tomko on the quick trigger pull, but he pulled that
like
wide of the net.
You wonder if it's by mistake, you know, they just forget for a second, you know. I mean,
yeah, you're just playing a game, and that's what you would do normally.
Yes.
Reed poke checked by his teammate Malichki, but Reed pulls it through into the offensive zone. Far side Tomko, long shift for him, good pass. Sprickman to the back door.
What a save!
Unbelievable. Golvash held it out.
The save
And
of the day,
keeps it a
Matt.
2-goal game.
The save of the day, Matt.
It's got to be the save of the day. I didn't see all the games, but I'm calling it the save of the day.
It's the save. I'm calling it. It's the save of the day, Matt. What a save by Alex Govash. Unbelievable.
Oh, Tomko had a slam dunk. He could have polished it off, dusted it off, and fired it in, but threw it along the ice, and that gave Golvash a chance. First of all, artful passing from Team Gold. Just the one goal in this third period still. That's scored by Team Blue. It was 7-4 after 2. Looks like we're not going to have the highest scoring game of the day. Is it?
Wow.
Gets
Just
tight
saw the
here
replay.
late. Malichki with an opportunity. Hilbert poke checks him, and it floats right by the on-rushing Parade of North Allegheny. Not clear, though. Kobe Ringwald in the corner. Under a minute to play in this game. And in All-Star Sunday, Sprickman fires it off the glove of Malichki. Empty net down to our right, so Golvash, he did his job, did not allow a goal.
Unbelievable.
Call that the All-Star game version of the shutout.
Unbelievable.
And wow, did he ever deserve star honors. Irvin backdoor, and Malley poked it just wide of the net. On the push right up the middle of the ice. Malley has it on the steal. Malichki scores! 7-6.
Another one-goal game. Matt,
how about
another
it, huh?
one-goal game, and you know what? It's a one-goal game because of the goaltending of Alex Govash, the Baldwin goaltender. What a tremendous effort in a game like this to keep his team in it, and now we got another one-goal game with 27 seconds left.
A one-timer from Alec Malichki of Seneca Valley, who plays on the squad with his brother. Alec making the All-Star game. Austin Malley gets the primary assist on both goals for Team Blue in this third period. I'm imagining the goaltender is going to stay off with just under a half minute to play. And for the second straight game, Chris, we have a coach taking a timeout in an All-Star game in the final
Well, you know,
sequence.
The last game when we did the AA, the 2A game, one of the teams, the team that was down took a timeout, and then the other team took a timeout right after. I don't even know if we're allowed to have timeouts in this game, but apparently we do, because it's the second game in a row, Matt, where we've seen coaches ask for timeouts and the officials say, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, we'll extend the drama out another couple of minutes. By the way, Austin Malley has 1 goal and 4 assists by my count for Team Blue.
Yes.
And it looks like 3 of those are primary, so or all 4 are primary. So he's playing playmaker. He's more of a finisher for Peters Township, but with all his talent, sometimes your role changes. So here we go. Final half minute. Gallows shoots in. Team Blue needs one right on Hilbert with that shoot in fact, and hey, that works out for Team Blue. They'll get an offensive zone faceoff. A lot of times, Chris, that's the hardest thing to get in the final minute.
His teammate just snowed him pretty good.
And Todd Hendry brushes him off.
17 seconds to go. Goalie pulled. 6-on-5 here.
Get that snow off your shoulder. Kovac and Fulmer facing it off. Kovac down to a knee. Can't win it, though. Out to the line, and Cunningham clears down the ice. That's going to be an icing whistle.
Don't give him the icing.
No, it's not. Oh, my goodness. Gallows got to shoot it from 200 feet.
They don't give him the icing here either.
And that should have been an icing, too. Oh, well, it's Thunderdome right now. There are no rules, and time runs out on the AAA All-Star game. So, wow, we do see it all. 2 deliberately ignored icing calls in the final 10 seconds to finish it off. And Team Blue's feeling robbed right now. A little facetiously, of course,
Another
but another fantastic
high-scoring,
game.
high-scoring, entertaining game and a one-goal game. So the teams were matched up right.
That's right. Give credit to the folks at the PIHL, the front office there, for trying to split it up. And I think human nature leads to these games being a little bit closer than you might expect in some situations, especially when a team like Team Blue gets out to a 3-0 lead. Team Gold scored 5 in a row, and they hold on even though they did not score in the third period. That's a rarity, too. Shut out in an all-star game in a period, and you still win the game. So there it is, Gold 7, Blue 6, as we finish up a 5-game day at the RMU Island Sports Center on Neville Island at Clearview Arena. Chris Beddick, your final thoughts on the day. You saw a lot of it. You saw a little bit more of it than I did. And, well, you and I teamed up for the call on the AA and the AAA. I know I had a good time, as we always do. And like I said, a nice little palate cleanser before we head to the home stretch in the regular season.
Just a great celebration of not only youth hockey, but high school hockey in our area. All good competitive games, not as intense as obviously normal games. There wasn't any hitting or anything like that, but a lot of skill, a lot of goals, a lot of passing. Just a great day to celebrate these All-Stars who all made it into this game on merit, voted in by the coaches of their respective divisions. And a lot of smiles down there, a lot of fun. Teammates and maybe other kids that they are teammates with in their travel teams. There'll be plenty of time to ratchet up the intensity and get back to normal here. Some of these teams as soon as tomorrow night. So, but just a great day of hockey, great day of celebrating high school hockey in our area, and just a fun day, and just glad and happy to be a part of it.
There you see the all-star team picture for Class AAA. I want to thank Todd Kazarowski and his awesome crew providing me a high-def feed. I'm calling this game from 2 states away in Grand Rapids, Michigan, so it's only possible through the hard work of Todd and his staff at 10 Band TV. I'm just honored to continue to be a part of the PIHL, whether I actually live in Western Pennsylvania anymore or not. And so that's been, I think, a product of the modern times. So I'm glad to be living in 2023 to be able to do that. But I'm also grateful for Mr. Kazarowski and all that he's done for the sport of hockey and high school hockey in particular in Western PA. And also thanks to Matt Popchuk, who was on for the first couple of games this afternoon. Matt's a huge supporter, huge booster of the PIHL. Always has been, and I have a feeling he always will be. So good to hear him back on some games, including the All-Star games this week. And we just want to shout out all the players, families, and fans who tuned in today. We are proud to bring you these games. Like we said, these aren't maybe the games you remember the most as a player, but it's right up there. First of all, to be honored to come here, and second of all, to be able to show off your stuff a little bit in front of some of the best players from Western PA. So, and there you see all these team photos being taken from the teammates with their high school squads, Seneca Valley in front of us. So you put that in the old yearbook, put it in the scrapbook, and remember it when you're older down the line and you think about all the good times that you had playing high school hockey. So for Chris Beddick, this is Matt Gajtka saying good night for the final time on 10 Band TV. This game presented by Hydro Blocks. Remember that you can find 10 Band TV at 10band.tv on the web, but also via Roku or Amazon Fire. A lot of ways to find these games, and they'll all be there in their full glory. Full replay is available on 10 Band TV as well, shortly after the fact here, and definitely going into tomorrow. Looking forward to more PIHL hockey down the stretch in the regular season, and we hope you do join us for our broadcast. You can find a full listing of our broadcasts on PIHLhockey.com. Good night, God bless. We'll talk to you next time on 10 Band TV.